You thought Hulk Hogan was out of the woods. Oh no, there's more. WWE trims its roster as talent gets shown the door.
And here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new, welcome. Grab a seat, stay a while. But do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Then go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. If you are one of the regulars here, welcome back for another round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment. YouTube does love those comments. And of course, share the video out on all social media. Instagram and X down in the descriptions where you can find me there. Wow. Wow. A lot going on in the world of the WWE this past week. Last week we had some major new returns, and with new returns come mass releases. And of course, we've got the usual he said, she said on social media. Easy to say, though, it's never boring in the world of professional wrestling. So let's take a look.
This is gonna be good.
First story comes to us from the world of entertainment and Hollywood. As the WWE is becoming more and more mainstream, it's only natural that current talent wants to be exposed to the glitz and glamour. Well, according to Deadline, newly returning Alexa Bliss has signed with Hollywood talent agency Paradigm. Alexa joins the agency, which already boasts a pretty robust WWE roster to begin with the likes of Damian Priest, CM Punk, Liv Morgan, and Tiffany Stratton, just to name a few.
That's very impressive.
Now, keeping with mainstream exposure, Hulk Hogan and his appearance slash fallout slash backlash from the Netflix debut episode of Monday Night Raw, well, it just keeps on coming. On an episode of Good Morning Football, WWE star Seth Rollins, when asked about the booing of the Hulksters, said this: I'm all for people getting what they deserve. That's how I feel about Hogan getting booed. If the masses are booing you, there's a reason. Now, while giving Hogan credit for being the catalyst for getting him into the industry of professional wrestling, he ended with, there's some responsibility that he needs to own up to that just hasn't happened yet.
That's a fact.
Now, this next story is really a collection of stories that have at this point have come to an end with the WWE, as they will no longer be with the company. These are the names that have been released over the weekend up to the recording of this video. We're going to start with members of the faction The Final Testament, manager Paul Ellering, and the tag team The Authors of Pain. Being released means they have a 90-day no-compete clause. After 90 days, they're free agents and can pursue other opportunities elsewhere. Also being released are the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, former Imperium member Giovanni Vinci, and one half of the former women's tag champions, Isla Dawn. Now, another former women's tag champion, Sonya Deville, is not being released as her contract is simply not being renewed. So instead of waiting 90 days when her existing contract is up, she is a free agent. Personally, depending on how this partnership works with the WWE, NXT, and TNA, I think TNA would be a great place for her to land.
That is true.
Now, also currently under NXT is Cedric Alexander, who he has been released. He has a 30-day no-compete clause, and I could see him being reunited with his former members of the Hurt Business, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, and Bobby Lashley, who are currently with AEW. Now, the most confusing one is Blair Davenport has been released. She was called up from NXT during the WWE draft a few months ago, had 5 matches, and there was just no creative plans for her whatsoever.
But why?
But don't worry, because it seems that she's given a hint as to what her next move is after 90 days. On her social media, she tweeted just 2 words: Top Gaijin. It's a Japanese word for foreigner. So it seems that she will be possibly heading back to Japan for the all-female promotion Stardom.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Now, speaking of contracts not being renewed, contract WWE fans wish would not be renewed is that with Def Rebel. They are in charge of all the entrance theme for the WWE Superstars, and apparently a lot of the WWE talent agrees, as many are requesting for their pre-Def Rebel theme songs because the current Def Rebel themes suck.
Duh.
And finally, I found this a little amusing. It seems that there are some AEW sickos out there who are really taking notes on WWE contracts, and I've been really taking notice to Kevin Owens, whose contract was coming up to an end, and this got posted on social media using his real name, Kevin Steen. Kevin recently posted on his social media with kind of a tongue-in-cheek message about his daughter's Girl Scout cookies, that if people would just buy some Girl Scout cookies, he would continue wrestling for 4 years, 11 months, and 22 days. Later reported that Kevin Owens has signed a 5-year extension with the WWE. So, sorry, sickos. Kevin Owens ain't going anywhere.
Check and mate.
But these are just some stories you might have missed in the world of professional wrestling. I want to hear your opinions down below in the comments. Be sure to check us out Wednesday this week, for Wednesday night is overbooked. We got a lot to talk about. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I really appreciate that. And I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you had a great week. Have a wonderful new week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Until next time, folks. Toodles.
I'd say you better